Hi, I'm Megan Baker. This is Influence Her. Our next guest is Kara Haraden, president of the Capital Region Aquatic Center. Kara Haraden grew up in Glenville, New York, attending Burnt Hills, Ballston, Lake Central School District, and then continuing on to college at SUNY Cortland. She is an active community supporter alongside her family's organization, the Haraden Family Foundation. Kara turned a horrifying personal experience with her son, a toddler at the time, into a mission to increase awareness for swim safety. She's driving a campaign to build a year-round indoor aquatic center at Mohawk Harbor in Schenectady for all families in the capital region to enjoy while learning life-saving skills. Welcome, Kara.
Hi, Megan. Thanks for having me.
So good to see you again.
Yes.
All of your kids became avid swimmers due to an accident where your son slipped into your home in-ground pool. You turned this traumatic incident, a lot of people wouldn't have been able to do so, into action when by taking action and making sure that your kids did learn that life-saving skill. Can you talk a little bit about that and what sparked it?
I mean, honestly, after the accident, I was ready to fill that pool in. It was like my enemy. I'd look out the window at it, and I felt sick every time I looked at the pool. We were just so lucky that we didn't lose him. But we're up in Lake George during the summers. The kids are going to be around water, so I guess I redirected that fear and the guilt of having something like that happen to one of your children, into making sure that they knew how to swim, they knew how to be safe around water, and it's become a huge part of all of their lives. I mean, 4 of them have either graduated out, but 4 of them swam right through college. So it's just so important that everybody can be safe around water.
Let's talk about that, especially, during the warmer months here in our region. People are out at the pools, they're at the lakes, the rivers, you name it. Why is it so important that people in general learn this life-saving skills? Because there are so many statistics out there and it's daunting.
Well, like you just said, our area is surrounded by so many waterways. We've got rivers, we have lakes, we've got these, backyard pools. And we hear about drowning way too often. And this summer especially, I just think, the makeup of our world right now, people are, they're working remotely. And there needs to be a place or places where children and adults can learn how to swim and learn how to be safe around water. It's just sickening every time you hear about these drowning statistics, and there's been numerous ones up in Lake George this summer. So, it's just extremely important.
So aside from swim safety and learn to swim programs, what are some other programs that the Capital Region Aquatic Center will offer to residents in our area and visitors?
So obviously the Learn to Swim is a top priority, but we would like to introduce all the different aquatic sports and activities and programs that there are out there, and then to go from there into specialized programs for veterans, people with autism and other special needs and disabilities, aquatic therapy programs for our seniors, and also really focus on applying for grants and forming scholarships for those who couldn't otherwise afford to take swim lessons, or even to afford a membership to the aquatic center, or a child that wants, has always been interested in swimming or diving or water polo or synchronized swimming or something, and can't afford it. We want this facility to be open and available to everybody.
Let's talk about, again, the community impact, which some of it you did mention for seniors, for veterans, for young children and their families, looking at the economic impact and the potential that it has for this region by bringing in some significant swim meets, dive meets. Talk a little bit more about that.
So obviously with my kids learning to swim young, 5 of them swam right on through again to college, but during the club seasons, we would be traveling to all these other cities and towns and states and staying in hotels and spending money at the restaurants. And it's like, why not bring that to our area? We don't have a facility that exists like that. You know, Buffalo and Long Island have facilities that are, those are the closest that are comparable. And we've modeled after a facility in Greensboro, North Carolina that brought in over $40 million in economic impact the first year they opened in 2011. Brought in over 120,000 visitors, I think like 35 events. I mean, they surprise themselves, and they just those numbers keep increasing. So as much as that community impact, there's a huge economic impact too. And why travel and give that away when we could have that, and we need that right in our own area?
Kara, you had mentioned, again, brought up different, various groups, and I want to touch on that a little bit because your family has been incredibly generous throughout the years and involved in the community, not only, with the Autism Society, but with the Special Olympics, Boys and Girls Clubs, things of my very own. You just had a drive for some items that were much needed for families in Schenectady and the surrounding area. What motivates you, and why is community engagement so important?
I think a very important thing in life is making a difference and giving back, whether that affects one person's life or an entire community. I also think it's really important for my children to see that and see how important it is to us so that they can continue on and just keep paying it forward. I mean, again, just really, it's all about making a difference.
So you are running the Capital Region Aquatic Center, which is a nonprofit organization managing your large family and working within the Haraden Family Foundation. We also happen to know that your family is very outdoorsy, enjoying time in Lake George, and that you love to travel. So what do these trips do for your mental health and well-being overall?
That's recharge time. Now, traveling, it is. It's leaving the laundry and the housework behind, and just, I guess I love, it's just simple. You're in a small space, and there's nothing better than being with my kids, or girls' weekend or girls' week, being with great friends and family. So it's just a time to chill, and definitely I feel recharged. So.
Now, you recently have moved son out to Colorado. That must be bittersweet for you. What would you tell any parent whose kid might be relocating out of this area, just about giving them room to spread their wings to grow?
Honestly, you need to be excited for them. And my kids, none are married yet, none have kids yet, and this is just the time. And it's hard to let them go, but I am just so excited. I'm sad, but I'm excited. And I may have threatened them that they eventually have to come back home. So they probably won't listen to me, but hopefully they do. So if I have you have that little part in the back of your head. I keep saying to Carly, you don't want to raise your children without your mother near. So yeah, you have to let them go. You have to let them learn. And Denver's not, not a bad place to visit. So they'll probably get sick of me because I'll head out there.
Well, it's good. We are going to begin Baker's Dozen, which is 13 quick questions, 1 to 2 word answers by you. Take a little breather, but we're off and running. So if the Haraden family had a sitcom, what would the name of it be?
Organized chaos.
Very honest answer. Gotta like that. Favorite water sport while at Lake George?
Me personally, I love to paddleboard. Stand-up paddleboard.
Describe yourself as a teenager in 3 words.
Oh, goodness. I was a bit of a rebel. I think I was a focused rebel, and a third word. I was a fun friend.
That goes along with that rebel, right?
Yeah, I guess common theme there.
Gal after my own heart. What is your biggest obsession right now?
I've been reading a lot. So that's kind of a boring obsession, but I don't have a lot of time to read. And so I guess books.
Books.
Books have been my obsession right now.
You're running late to a meeting. What is your excuse?
I hate being late, and I find myself late. What is my excuse? I use the traffic excuse a lot. Everyone has Waze and GPS, and they'll be like, "Yeah, there was no traffic jam there." So it's my excuse.
Favorite vacation destination in the United States?
Hawaii.
How many pets do you have currently?
How come I knew pets were going to come up? I have 7, 4 dogs and 3 cats.
7. That is organized chaos, by the way.
And they're all rescue animals, and yes, that adds to our organized chaos.
Most used mobile app on your cell phone?
Probably is text messaging a mobile app? No, probably not. I email and text a lot, but Strava. I've been using Strava right now.
Strava. Okay.
The past week, that's been my most. Facebook, I don't know. Yeah.
If you could talk to the president, what would you talk about?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Peace, harmony, and positivity.
That's very fair. What color or pattern is your face mask?
Oh, I've been using the medical blue ones. And then after you wear it once, I know you're supposed to throw them out, but I'll be like, oh, here's one in my car. It feels like it has horsehair in it after you wear it for the second time. So I need to upgrade, but that's the face mask I've been wearing.
We must ask, do you prefer Honda or Chevy?
I'm going to say Honda.
What is your biggest regret? This question came from our previous guest.
My biggest regret. This is going to sound crazy, but I wish I started having children earlier because I would have had more. But I loved being pregnant. I loved having kids. I would have, and I've got 5. It's not like I would have.
And that's why you have so many pets, right?
Yeah, exactly. I would have had more. So maybe it's lucky I did start later but.
You get to ask the final question for our next guest. So what is it?
All right, I'll go back to books. Seeing I'm loving reading, I guess what's your favorite book? Or top 3 favorite books?
Perfect. Carrie Haraden, President of the Capital Region Aquatic Center. It has been a pleasure speaking with you and getting to share your story and what motivates you, especially when it comes to getting this facility built, which I have no doubt in my mind it's going to happen very soon. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you very soon.
Thanks, Megan. Have a great day.